News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moskow.
Karen, well, after his suspension for comments over the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, late-night host Jimmy Kimmel took a conciliatory tone in his return to TV last night. And we get more from Bloomberg's John Tucker. Good morning, John.
And good morning, Nathan. Kimmel choked up several times during his return to late-night TV.
You understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
Kimmel's monologue last night was the first time he's spoken publicly since ABC parent Walt Disney pulled the show off the air September 17th.
I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual.
Kimmel personally negotiated his return with Disney CEO Bob Iger. Later in the show, actor Robert De Niro showed up as a guest, playing the role of the FCC chairman Brendan Carr, echoing the characterization of Carr's comments last week about ABC and Kimmel, saying we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Well, Sinclair and Nexstar Media Group, they are two of the largest local ABC TV station owners, said they will continue to keep Kimmel's show off the air until further notice.
And, John, I guess President Trump is continuing to react, huh?
Yeah, this is a social media post, and it was actually just minutes before the show aired. Trump floated the prospect of unspecified future legal challenges against ABC over Kimmel's return, calling him an arm of the Democratic Party. As he put it, to quote, "Last time I went after them, they gave me $16 million, end quote. Trump also said, this one sounds even more lucrative. In New York, I'm John Tucker, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, John, thank you. Now let's get to the latest from the UN General Assembly. President Trump is signaling more support for NATO after recent Russian incursions into its airspace. The president was asked about it during a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Do you think that NATO countries should shoot down Russian aircraft if they enter their airspace?
Yes, I do.
And the president also says he thinks Ukraine is in a position to take back all the territory it's lost to Russia with support from the European Union. He says 3.5 years of war have devastated the Russian economy.
The terrible war should have ended, and Russia should have stopped it. But they've been 3.5 years, and they've gotten not so far. So we'll see what happens.
President Trump says it's too soon to talk about security guarantees for Ukraine, but he has been pushing European allies to ramp up economic pressure on Russia. President Zelensky is calling President Trump's position on the war a, quote, big shift.
And Karen, President Trump's comments on Ukraine came after a speech before the UN General Assembly where he criticized the world body and many of its most cherished principles.
What is the purpose of the United Nations? The UN has such tremendous potential. I've always said it. It has such tremendous, tremendous potential.
President Trump called climate change a con job. He said the UN has not done enough to support his diplomatic efforts, and he warned member states against uncontrolled migration.
It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. Let's see, I can tell you. I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
And during his speech, President Trump complained about a faulty teleprompter and an escalator that broke down before he took the stage. The president said the two things he got from the United Nations were a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
Nathan, both the House and Senate are on recess as the clock ticks toward a possible government shutdown on October 1st. And Bloomberg's Amy Morris has the latest from Washington.
House Democrats are set to meet on Capitol Hill September 29th. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries sent a letter to Democrats saying that they'll also have a virtual meeting on the 26th to find a path forward. Jeffries says they're ready
to meet with anyone, anytime, at any place.
He accused Trump of chickening out of the meeting they were supposed to have with the president this Thursday. Trump canceled, saying that Democrats have to drop their demands for renewing health care subsidies and ending Medicaid cuts before he'll agree to negotiate with congressional leaders. Bloomberg Economics reports a government shutdown is now more likely and may be harder to end. In Washington, Amy Morris, Bloomberg Radio.
And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Karen Moskow.
I'm Nathan Hager, and this is Bloomberg.